They have.
This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
Welcome aboard the J-Hawks Sports Network. I don't know if you can hear me or not. It's really loud. We're new to this up here. Welcome in. We've got some new technology and some familiar voices, and one unfamiliar voice you'll hear in just a little bit. But welcome aboard the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Clayberg, Luke Baldwin joining me. Hey. Anthony Baugh and his brand new, it's not really a magic suitcase anymore. It's more of a...
It looks like a mixing board, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not even sure he knows what he's really doing with it yet. But Eric Clark going to be running camera tonight. And... ladies and gentlemen, if you're familiar with what the Booster Bash was, it was held last spring, and we're live on the Jayhawks Sports Network. We threw out Luke and I were in fine form that night at the Jesup Golf and Country
Club.
And
it only got better as
and
the
we
night
said,
went on.
I've got a pullover, and who would want to do a game with Luke and I if we come out of retirement? And Ardell Ochsner said, I will do that. And welcome aboard the Jayhawks Sports Network for his, I guess, the second Ochsner debut.
Yeah, that's right.
We've had your oldest son. Now we bring you in. So you're behind the curtain now. What do you think?
That's right. Basketball alum Camden Ochsner had done these the past couple years with Carson Lee now. Yeah, he reminded me tonight at dinner that I had the opportunity to be the second best Ochsner announcer today.
So second best.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's only because Brennan hasn't been up here yet.
Just a matter of time before we bring him in.
That's probably it. That's probably it.
Well,
so yeah, we would be remiss if we didn't recognize, I'll do this several times a night, we didn't recognize the Booster Club for the opportunity to raise the funds and bring everything together and make an opportunity like this for kids, for the athletes, prom, band, fine arts, all of that fundraising. And so thanks to them for the opportunity for me to do this and to have this lovely white.
Yeah. You don't have any stains on it.
I don't have a single stain. I didn't wear it most of the day. Took it off whenever I was around something to drink or any kind of coffee or anything, because I was quite certain this thing is going to be a magnet for that sort of stuff. But
you
yeah,
look good, Ardell.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
we are back. Luke and I come out of retirement. To Anthony's dismay, maybe we'll find out. But I know there's some people that excited in the community that maybe would have came to the game, but now we're on here, so they want to see, okay, what kind of hijinks are going to happen tonight in the upper patio.
And let's be honest, Nate, what is wrong with those people?
I don't know. I don't know. It's they don't just like the silence that Anthony and Eric have been giving them this season.
You know, I'll tell you though, when I looked over as the varsity gals were standing in their locker room doorway here before the game, and a few of them had big smiles and they were waving up here. That was kind of heartwarming.
Yeah, the chatter down there, they were definitely happy.
I was up in an earlier
happy.
game of the season. They're like, are you on a broadcast? I was like, no, I'm just here to watch. Just here to watch. But like we said, it wasn't goodbye. We'll see you later. We're glad to be up here. And
yeah.
Luke and I say, well, we might come back time to time. We'll see how it is. But I will throw it out. If anybody's listening at home and you're like, I know you guys don't announce, we'll come out. I'll come back and help you figure it out if you want to hang out with Anthony and Eric and call a basketball game. But Union in town tonight, that's what we're here. It's going to be an interesting night when you look at the way the girls team has come in at 5-2, 4-1 in conference play. Union 3-4 overall, 2-3 in conference play. But Jesup has been playing some pretty good basketball. They've got about 11-point scoring margin, and really paying attention when you look on the Jesup side of things. And Ardell, you've seen a lot of this team play, and Emma Bowes averaging almost 16 points a game, 38% from the field. She's the one that's leading this team this year.
Yeah, she's really the spark plug. She seems to be the one that kind of can create her own offense a little bit. She can, I think it's deceptive. She's very good going to her left, which, you know, at this level, 2A basketball around here, if you can get a girl that can go both ways with the ball, that's going to be a rare thing, right? So pretty good going to the bucket and also grabbing boards and just flat out getting some hustle done inside and outside, chasing after the ball. So and the whole team is good for that. There's no doubt about that.
To that point, you know, the effort is where it's at for me. I mean, she gives 110% every time she's on the court. I don't know if there's a kid in the conference that is on the ground more than Emma Bose, but I don't mean that in a bad way. She is all hustle all the time.
Yep.
So you're also looking at between Bose, Peyton Weber, you know, as a sophomore last year, she was a heck of a contributor. As a junior this year, another aggressive player, 13.3 from the points in a game, 43 from the field. Dylan Vogel against some young talent in there. We're still going to see how she comes up. Marley Shizzle in that guard court with the assist that she's been able to offer up. They're a team that's come together and continued success they had from last season.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned Peyton. Peyton provides a lot of presence down in the paint, some good inside scoring, really good rebounding, and excellent defense. So that comes together. Our outside shooting, I think, is still going to mature.
Yeah.
We've been a little bit cold from time to time outside, and I know the shooting is there. We just haven't found the range yet.
You know, you mentioned our perimeter shooting. You take a girl like Jaden Bose. She had a tough time in the last game. She just was not able to dial it in from the outside. But that's a kid who she can come out and knock down 4 or 5 threes in a row on you. So I think it was just a bad night. I would not be shocked at all if she came down and lit it up here tonight.
Well, going back since 2007, Union holds the lead on this group in this matchup by just 17-16, but Jesup's won 15 straight. Last time Union won back in 2017, but it's going to be a physical night, and key players for Union win to watch is Reagan Glenn, a senior, almost 8 points per game. She's a team leader. Fippo, 7 points per game. She's a freshman out there. Another senior is you'll remember this one from last year, Luke. Pospisil, 47.8% field goal shooter, and she is really inside. She can make that ball get in the hoop and where it needs to be, but Union doesn't always finish possessions cleanly, but they're sure going to challenge some shots in that passing lane.
I'm a little surprised you didn't leave that name to me to pronounce first.
Well,
just
does.
For,
I don't think it
entertainment
necessarily
purposes.
matters that I already said it, because you're.
I'm going to screw it up
I'm
anyway.
going to mess it up completely as well. So we will have our national anthem and starting lineups coming up here shortly. As a decent crowd on hand tonight. But something special is going to happen between these games, and Anthony's still going to figure out how to bring it to you. But the 2015-2016 Jesup boys basketball team, we're going to celebrate their 10-year reunion since that season coming up.
That's great.
So we're going to attempt to hear from Doug Frush, our PA announcer, with our starting lineups.
By supporting your team, respecting the abilities of the opposition and decisions of the officials, you can create an environment that is reflective of the community. Be a class act, be a good sport, be a winner in the game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's game officials: Austin Cole, Dan Lechtenberg, Ben Lechtenberg. Now for the starting lineup for the Union Knights. Freshman number 15, Paige Peepo. Sophomore number 21, Reese Anderson. Freshman number 45, Peyton Brown. Junior number 53, Taylon Smith. And senior number 55, Addie Pospisil. The Knights are led by head coach Matt Kraft and assisted by Hannah Erickson and Becca Pearson. Now for your Lady Jayhawks. Junior number 3, Marley Schissel. Senior number 11, Emma Bose. Senior, number 12, Jaden Bose. Sophomore, number 22, Dylan Vogel. And junior, number 24, Peyton Weber. And Peyton would like to wish her mother a very special happy 45th birthday.
I'm sure she loved that.
Jesup is led by head coach Roger Oberhauser and Jason Pilcher. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the singing of our national anthem by seniors, Jesup seniors Allison Brown and Allison Bovey.
Thank you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at her twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
National anthem sung, Ardell. We had some seniors there. We'll give them a mention here a little bit, but let's get our starting lineups. Luke, you got Union.
Yes, sir. The Union Community Knights. We've got a 5'4" freshman, Paige Fipo, number 15, a 5'1" sophomore, number 21, Reese Anderson, a 5'6" freshman, Peyton Brown, she's number 45, a 5'10" junior, number 53, Taylon Smith, and a 5'6" senior, number 55, Addie Pospisil.
All right, J-Hawks, Ardell, who do we got starting out there tonight?
J-Hawks, we've got number 3, Marley Shizzle. We've got number 11, the senior, Emma Bose. Number 12, Jaden Bose, the senior. 22, Dylan Vogel, just a sophomore. And in the middle, 24, Peyton Weber, the junior.
And again, Allison Brown, Allison Bovey singing tonight. And,
great job.
That was phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah,
that
really
was
good.
one
Very
of the
appreciate
best.
that.
That has to be one of the best renditions of our anthem that this gym has seen, and I don't know now. I don't want to take anything from any of the others that have gone before him, but that was excellent.
Matt Kraft, your head coach of Union. Co-head coaches Robert Oberhauser and Jason Pilcher in their first season coaching at the head spot. And Jesup did get the tip, and we're still waiting for that first score as Dylan Vogel takes it far side. Shizzle find it back up top with Jaden. Back in. There's the sophomore. Vogel's going to have to kick it back out. Weber finds a Shizzle on the far right side, and there's Jaden. She's about 2 feet off that line. Missed shot, but Weber fights for it, and she gets a hold of it.
So the Knights are in that 2-3 zone. I kind of expected they would tack into that a little bit. They've got size in the middle with Taylon Smith. And they are going to stay in that zone until, like we talked earlier, until we can get our range. Really looking forward to this battle in the paint. We've got some very good post players going at it here in a right here.
And you see one of our first dead balls of tonight. No score as of yet, but that'll bring Vogel, bring that across midcourt. And Shizzle eyeing that ball, but speaking of eye, she's got a little shiner on her face.
Yeah, Ardell was
aggressive.
He was giving us the lowdown before the game started here, apparently. And Ardell, you can kind of fill us in, but she and Emma Bowes met heads in an unpleasant fashion. It sounds like
earlier, I think last week in a home game, and in the backcourt fighting for a ball, and ended up with a forehead into the cheek and a black eye and a bandage, and she fought through it, came back. It was a lot of fight there to come back, but yeah, little bit of a reminder there that she's wearing around under her eye.
Fortunately, two tough kids, as we see Taylon Smith score the first point of the game for the Union Knights.
And it'll be a jump possession after that missed free throw. Union will hang back onto that ball. Anderson will inbound on that baseline. 6:13 to go. And an aggressive defense from Union, and still trying to find the shot in both ends of the floor.
I truly would like to see Jesup go inside as much as they can early and often. And Ardell, you mentioned that Union's in that zone. I still think we have the advantage with Peyton and Emma Bowes when she goes down inside there. I think they have the advantage against this particular team, and go for the easy bunnies.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see us work it around and try to get that high post right there.
There you go.
Then the high-low down to Weber on the post, just tip ball. Say Jesup.
So the challenge with Ardell joining us tonight, we don't have anybody running his sideboards on the scoreboard. So, so I didn't see who shot that last basket for Union.
I thought I didn't either, and I thought you were going to say the bigger challenge was having three people up here that don't know how to shut up.
Well, that's true. As I was sitting here talking, I'm like, I need to leave room for people also to talk.
No, it's good. It's all good. You and I, we haven't been up here since last year, and Ardell, we're just happy to have him up here for the first time.
That was Emma Bowes, Nate.
Emma
needed that
okay,
one.
well, I appreciate that. We've got our own sideboard up here.
With a steal. There's
Pressure
a layup.
B.
Gotta
have
Emma
those.
What should have been a natural, but a nice follow-up there from Emma. Take her to 4 points. Again, she leads this team, averaging just over 15 per game at the 5-minute mark here in this first quarter.
Emma Bowes doing what she does best out there, just hustling all over the court.
We got Ella.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say she was there to clean up a missed layup, and then hustles back and nearly causes the turnover on defense.
Yeah, we got Ella DeVore checking into the game here.
So Ella Jr. on this squad. First substitution. Jesup does have the advantage, and we see a timeout on the floor, and Roger Oberhauser, there was something he didn't like down there.
Good to see. Well, shoot, this is the first time we've called the game with Roger at the helm. Of course, he and Coach Jason Pilcher sharing the head coaching duties this year. They are, I guess we call them co-coaches, and really doing a nice job. I think they both bring a little different personality, a little different, certainly a little different skill set with them. And I think both have a really good relationship with the gals on the court, too.
You guys mentioned that I'm normally down there running sideboards for these games. Of course, looking for volunteers. If there's anybody out there, we're always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely.
So let's make that clear. But it's pretty amazing. They work pretty well together down there, too. It's kind of like one voice. They sort of know what each other is doing. They know what they want to get accomplished, and they each kind of take their tasks. It's interesting to see them work together.
Again, Union with just, they've got 3 points up on that board. Smith had the first point, and now Emma Bowes looks to take it again on her own and kind of force that one right side and quickly back on defense.
I mean, that was really a patient move by Emma. She did a spin, got herself open. They just got to get the ball higher on that board. They put that elbow up there for a reason. Use it.
Near side, Union has it. That's Pippo in on the leg. Shizzle covering defensively, and a double dribble will send the ball back towards the south end for Jesup.
Got a sub checking in here for Union. Chloe Sadler, sophomore, 43. I think that's who it was.
Yeah, Chloe Sadler coming in.
And we also had Ellie Pospisil come in. I don't. Maybe you guys mentioned it. I didn't see her.
Weber gets that quick inbound, gets the basket up and through. You know, Ardell, I'm getting flashbacks. So, you know, for those that don't know, I also do the PA for the state football championships, and I pulled Ardell in to be a spotter last year and this year, and I have in my head like 12 on the play, 3 on the tackle.
Yep.
You know,
5 carries.
Yeah.
3 on the tackle.
6-7 downfield.
No, we don't go down. We don't go down that
6-7 downfield.
We don't go down that.
All right. We just made some kids excited, I think, at home, and some adults really annoyed at us.
Super annoyed.
3:25 to go, first quarter.
You know,
and whistle with Anderson having the ball, and it's going the other way.
So nice job by the defense, or the Jayhawks with the pressure defense here early on, forcing a ton of turnovers, but we have got to find a way to convert those into points.
Vogel, Shizzle, and baseline Bose gets stopped up on a double team. Weber's got to find a way out.
Yep,
deep
swing.
into DeVore, and sophomore Vogel can't find an avenue, and now Bose is going to try and inch in, and she's going to get shut down.
Let's see if Jayhawks come down in this 2-3 zone. Well, we've got a steal by Shizzle, bringing it up as Dylan. So we'll look next time, Luke. I want you to dissect that 2-3 zone that we run.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate the way that we bump the top and down to the wing with the guard play.
Weber gets that one knocked away, and Jesup has been averaging just over 13 turnovers a game. Union pushing 22 a game. But that 8-point difference, that's massive again at this high school level. And Union is sticking right with Jesup. Doesn't matter what record you see on the board. It's going to be competitive tonight, and we'll see how the Union lineup can hold up to this deep Jesup squad.
Well, you know, I give a lot of credit to Jesup there for their defense, but I need to do the same for the Union Knights. I mean, they're putting the same pressure on the Jayhawks on this end of the court, so credit them as well.
Yeah, they're not allowing them much room inside that paint to get a shot or even a second shot up.
Yep, Marley's going to go to the line here and shoot a pair. Again, Marley Shizzle, a junior for the Jayhawks. She will get the first.
If you've been around Jesup a little bit, you see the official that just has his arm up on the left side. That's Ben Lechtenberg. He was one of the very first community rec directors that we had here at Jesup, probably going back, I don't know, 15 years.
Yeah,
something like that. Before Josh Duke, he was a PE teacher as well.
And he was great. He fit right in. Everybody loved him. He went on to do some other things, as we said earlier. I think he's working in a quarry blowing stuff up.
Yeah, I was going to say some sort of demolition thing. Legitimate demolition of things.
That's every young boy's dream, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a basketball game going on. I've heard rumors about
we don't know
how maybe there might be some stories that get passed around.
We always say, this isn't radio. This isn't radio. You see what's going on.
Well, I had to note Haley Gengler checked in for the first time tonight, too. So a contributor there as a sophomore. Plays a bit on JV, but also gets quite a few minutes on varsity. Here we got this 2-3 zone, Luke. And, of course, the time I try to note it is the time they give up easy penetration to the bucket.
So 10-3 is the score, and the Bose leads Jesup. She's got 4 total right now.
Yeah, I mean,
back up.
It's a good defense for the Jayhawks to fall into in the half court because you know, similar to our gals, we haven't shown that we can. Nice drive and
takes the contact, finish the bucket. Yep, finish the bucket.
But yeah, the Knights haven't shown that they can hit it from the outside any better than we have on this side. So stay in that 2-3 and guard the inside, guard the post.
Number 53, Carmen Nuring checks in.
You sound like the guy at the airport.
Well,
you
like
know,
I said, I'm
53, Nuring in the white zone.
I still can't get out of the motor being your spotter.
It's a nice, soothing voice you got
there.
It
is very soothing. Pick up the white courtesy phone.
Yep, that's right. Here's that zone.
38 seconds to go. First quarter, ball gets loose. Shizzle, she pulls that back in for Jesup.
That guard work out front, active front work, and then they bump down to the wings well. They work well on the outside. You can tell it's something they've really they've worked well together on.
Absolutely. They do a really nice job of jumping the passing lane.
Emma Bose
Here we go. We're
gets another
now.
basket in there as she was confident flying in there. About 10 seconds here in this first quarter. Only a total of 3 team fouls in this stanza. That'll reset when we hit number 2. Missed shot from Union. 2 seconds. Emma, is she going to try and take one off? Nope, she will not. And Jesup, all of a sudden with a commanding lead, 15-3. That kind of just happened for how tight that was, and all of a sudden there's that gap.
As they say, that escalated quickly.
So Jesup coming in, as we indicated earlier, 5-2 wins over Waukon, Columbus, South Hardin. Loss a big margin, 50-26 to Center Point. Urbana beat Wapsie, lost to Hudson, and beat Sumner Fred earlier this week by about 30 points. So you look at Union, Grundy Center lost, beat Bosco, lost to Wapsie, beat South Tama, or lost to South Tama. Sumner Fred lost to them, beat Columbus, and then beat AGWSR. So season's itching along here as we're moving in. As this will be the last game before Christmas, and then we'll hit Dead Week. It's Dead Week next week. Not allowed in the gyms, not allowed to do anything.
Yep.
And they'll come back with some scrimmages at the end of the year.
3 guys up here, well, actually 5 guys up here that don't have any dogs in the fight anymore, no kids. So somebody was asking me about school schedule today, and I'm like, I don't have the slightest idea.
Good question.
Yeah, none of us have kids up here.
No.
Unless Anthony's grandkids are here all of a sudden. Aren't they like 12 now? Yeah.
Man, they grow up quick.
Yeah, they do grow up quick.
Here we're back in this 2-3. Union trying to work it around the outside. Goes to the high post right there. That's a good
There you
look.
go.
Oh, there's the pick. Yep.
Shizzle
Good
left
contact.
side, doesn't get the
Gotta
bank
finish
in,
it.
gets her own rebound, and Union back.
She was so good on defense. She does a great job of anticipating.
These front 2 guards, and it doesn't matter who they are, they can tell they're well coached and interchangeable in it.
Oh,
Here's
nice
a great
pass.
find.
Wide open opportunity, Marley Shizzle.
Who was that, Jaden on the pass?
That was Emma Bose.
It was Emma
and
on the pass, okay.
You nailed it. That was an outstanding find.
In the paint, take that back out.
Looking
Do
for
see Peyton Brown with a handle on it. Jesup, it's a little bit of adjustment they've had on defense. They're kind of spreading that Union offense out a little bit. Nice pull in from Gegler. Just a little over a minute into this second quarter. Halftime, we'll get to talk to Joe Smines.
Good call.
Talk about what the season's been and where the season's going. Also what he sees at this game tonight against the Union Knights, who on the boys' end of things, they're what, 5-0 coming in?
Yeah,
5-1. 5-1. Jesup
5-1.
0-5, still looking for that first victory.
Peyton Weber and Ella DeVore back in for the Jayhawks. And I didn't catch, I think it might have been Reese Anderson back in for the Knights. I apologize if I don't have that right.
Nice pickpocket from Peyton Weber.
That's a good find.
And Jaden, she tries that three, and she will hit it.
What did we say, Ardell?
Gotta find the range.
Tough night on Tuesday, and here she, nothing but net.
Finding the range again.
Union again, big hole to dig out of. They have not scored since early on in that first quarter. And Jesup is finding the rhythm.
They look for that high post, try to work it down low, and just not finding anything down there. The Jesup defense adjusting well to it.
It gets loose for Union. Jesup will have that back, and we'll see Ella DeVore throw that in. And a timeout is on. Wanted a 30-second wanted by Union and head coach Matt Kraft.
Hey, quick shout out to our friend Nicole Weber. Big birthday today. I'm not going to do her dirty like her daughter did beforehand in the gym here and call out her age, but she is celebrating a birthday. So happy birthday, Nicole.
There was a 5 in it. There was a 5 in it.
25?
Or a 4.
I think it was
there was
20.
a 4 or 5 in it. I don't know.
I mean, she doesn't look a day over 25, so we'll go with that.
And as noted, one of our volunteers.
Yep.
She
volunteers.
runs the scoreboard during JV and some other things. So
you know, she could have ran the sideboards tonight. You know,
she's engaged in the game.
She, of course, is the mother of Peyton Weber, who is
24.
at the bottom of your screen, or I should say the left side of your screen right now, and then
on the baseline.
We got Jada Weber down there as well, a freshman.
Is she out there right now?
No.
No, but
okay.
she's on the bench.
She's
She's down there, yeah.
Got a lot of minutes in the JV tonight.
Yeah. I'm not going to jinx anything.
Why would you start now?
I was going to say there may be a chance we see Jada out here tonight, but let's not count our chickens before they're hatched. Is that how that goes?
Something like that.
You know, it sounds good.
Count our eggs before they cross the road?
Something like that as well. Emma jumped the passing lane there. Union passing it out front, and she saw an opportunity. Mishandles the ball there. Back to Union ball. Here we're set up in that 2-3 again. It's been tough for Union to crack this thing. Try to get anything close to the bucket. You'd like to be able to shoot your way out of it, but they haven't been able to find the range on the shots either.
And just having confidence to take those shots too.
Yeah.
And Jesup just really doing a nice job.
Yeah. Aggressive D.
Oh, good hustle by Emma Bowes.
Foot on the line, take it back Union's way.
Ella Pospisil in for the Knights. She replaces Paige Pipo. Am I saying that right? Pipo?
Guessing it's Pipo.
Sure.
Take it from the new guy.
I trust you, man.
Well, the funny thing today, Luke, was Ardell said, well, I forget how you said it, but he was going to lean on you to outpronounce something. I said, you do not want to do that.
Yeah. If I ever have any doubts, I'm going to the professionals.
Yeah. Do not ask Luke how to pronounce
going to the professionals.
anything.
No, I think you should. It's all about entertainment.
Yeah. And I'm just going to say it exactly wrong, just like he said it, just to make sure.
Under 5 to go first half. Again, we'll talk to head boys coach Joe Smines here at halftime, as long as he remembers to come up.
Dylan Vogel at point.
There we go.
Yeah, nice.
There's Weber. She strong arms that one up off the board in.
That's one of the matchups I was interested to see tonight.
She did a nice job using her body.
Weber and Smith down there.
Brown.
Yeah, created
try to force
space.
a pass.
Yeah.
I was going to say Vogel. I forget she's only a sophomore for the Jayhawks.
Yeah.
It feels like she's been around for several years now. Of course, played last year as a freshman. Did a really nice job.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, she does not play her size.
No.
And beyond her ability. You know, she's been averaging 6.3 points per game, but
there we go.
She is key in getting that ball moved around where it needs to be, and she's stationed beyond that arch and there if she needs to be.
She's all Vogel. I shouldn't say that. That's
good take.
I feel like I'm taking something away from her mom there. She's not all Vogel, but if you know the Vogels, they're a feisty bunch.
They get the shots up. And Marley Shizzle will go to the free throw line, junior, on this team, who has about 5 rebounds a game, almost 3 assists.
Haley Gengler checking back in. Emma Bowes sits.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ardell. Haley is our field goal kicker on the football team,
so
right?
I help out a little bit with football when that season is on, and I was joking with somebody that I come to girls basketball games because I support our football players.
There you go. I love it.
She did. She had a great year. Looking forward to another one next year.
Vogel tries to get it to Weber, bounces off. Gangler recovers that ball, but talking about Jaden again. Outside 3.
Just a sophomore. She's a strong kid. Really done a nice job so far this year.
It was 15-3 at the end of the first, 25-3 now. Again, Union has not scored since early in that first quarter. They were the first one to score with Smith getting a free throw in this game. And left side, Pospisil is going to draw the foul, and she will go to the free throw line after that shot attempt. And again, relatively low foul game.
Taylor Smith at the line.
Did they say Pospisil?
Yeah, Taylor Smith.
Let's go with Smith.
We figured you just
You
wanted
guys,
to say
You
that.
just nailed it, so I was just going to let you run with it. But,
Emma Bowes in for the Jayhawks. Abby Eastling in for the Knights.
You were going to say, you know, that would be highlight worthy if you got the name right. It's off the foot.
I think they got a foul on Jaden there.
Yep.
That's going to be Jaden's
foul.
If only if we had a guy running the sideboards.
Think how hard it would be to find somebody to run the boards.
There we go.
Harder than you would think. Just like finding somebody to get on headset every
Good
night.
defense.
Let's go ahead and find the website for the Jesup Athletic Department. Contact
Here's
Joe Smines. You can
Joe
be that
Smines'
volunteer.
cell phone number. He prefers calls at 3:30 in the morning.
Get in there.
Emma Bowes outside shot, no good. Vogel, she pulls in that offensive board, dances along the line, and can't stay in.
Yeah, she
we got
kind of
foul.
got bailed out there. She picked up a foul underneath, or she was the recipient of a foul. I don't know how
She got fouled.
She
Haley
got
Peterson
fouled, yeah.
committed that one on the kind of reached. I think body position was pretty good, just got a little reachy.
Force up by Shizzle. She gets a hand on that one going back towards the other end. And now an interception on that pass taken away by Vogel, and Shizzle's ready for it on that far side. 2:30 to play first half. Gangler, corner to Jaden. Vogel pulls that in quickly. Wide open Jaden sends it to her sister Emma. Can't find it, but Marley looking around for somebody. And back pocket pass to Emma Bowes, and a lot of passes there with not much to show for it.
Good ball movement, ended up with a decent shot,
Yeah.
which is you got to snap the ball around against the zone. Got to move the ball, move it backside, move it quick. You only have an opportunity when the ball's moving to try to, when the zone's resetting is when you want to try to get some offense going there.
One thing I've noticed about our Jayhawks is they get the ball inside and they don't always do a real good job of getting their shoulder square to the target, and you know, we've seen the result.
We'll go ahead and bring up halftime of the boys game when coach comes up. Do you want to put that on the list?
Oh, there we go. We got
Big
some
three
points on the board by Chloe Sadler, the sophomore for the Knights.
First basket in a long time.
Really breaks a dry streak there.
Union stretching out that defense a little bit more. Bowes finds it, and a great court awareness. She knew where she was at, and gets that one in.
I love how she just picks it up, doesn't think about it at all, just goes straight up with it.
Looks like we got a Jesup timeout here, 30-second timeout.
1:11 to go in the first half.
So we're sitting here at the girls game. I had an opportunity last night to hit the 8th grade, 7th and 8th grade girls game. The future looks bright. We've got some real talent down there.
That 7th grade team, they got some ballers, don't they?
You talk about.
And I haven't seen. I'm speaking nothing of the 8th grade team because I haven't seen them. I don't know who they got, but I do know some of the girls on the 7th grade team.
Lucky for me, it was a combined 7th, 8th. Wapsie had a pretty low count for players. So the 8th grade was mainly 8th grade, but there were a lot of 7th graders that got up there, and the future looks bright. There's a lot of solid talent down there, and it's going to be really fun to watch them develop over the years here to all the way up to the varsity level.
67 seconds to play, first half. Jesup in that zone. You see Nuring, Vogel, Shizzle, both Bowes girls in there for Jesup. Ball gets loose. Emma, she's right there to pick that up.
Emma quickly back across half court. With the impending halftime, I think I'm going to take my headset off in a bit here and give it to Coach Smines, who's going to join us on the mic and give Ardell the halftime experience. It's
much
pretty
as it can
lackluster
be.
with
This
Coach
is great.
Smines,
Yeah.
to
This
be
is
honest
worth every
with you.
nickel. It was worth every nickel.
Well, you paid a lot more than nickels.
Hey, it's going to a good cause. Again,
you
Booster
know,
Club,
and
out.
I can't even blame any sort of, you know, outside influence on your bidding. You just did it because you're such a Jayhawk fan or a VIP.
Reese Anderson with the long distance dedication there.
3 points for her, 29-9, and we'll send it back toward that north basket at Union.
A lot of contact there. A little bit of a bump, I don't know.
See how quickly
Clean.
Union can adapt this, but Jesup going to stretch out that defense. 2 seconds on that
1
clock,
second. Not gonna get a
and
shot.
that is going to go out of bounds right when the clock hits 0. I think they're going to say 0. 29-9 is that, and we welcome in head coach Joe Smines, something like that. So, as much as I want to talk about South Hardin and your experience there, we won't quite get into that.
Appreciate that.
You know,
I've been asked
we just
that a million times.
you know, but
Night to forget.
it keeps you real. It keeps you real, Joe.
Keeps you honest. It's made the that first couple of weeks very interesting, but that's part of the deal sometimes.
You know, I guess let's still go back to this when things got going, and you know the war chest that emptied from last season and what you had coming back. You had some experience that had been on the floor.
Sure.
And they seem to be finding each other. You're still looking for that first win.
Yep.
But finding the roles is the term you always like to use.
Absolutely. You know, we returned Parker Masteller, the only starter that played returned from last year's ball club, who had a great year last year. The last part of the year was great. He's got off to a great start so far with us, doing multiple things for us. Some of it out of position, but you know, he does a great job rebounding, playing hard, scoring, bringing the ball. He's kind of done a little bit of everything. Then Gage obviously played a huge role for us last year. Gage has kind of moved to the point guard role a little bit this year, something that he hasn't done for a while. He played his best game again on Tuesday night versus Sumner. Finally got his shot going a little bit, felt more comfortable. But those two guys have done a good job for us. Our other guys are brand new to this level. This conference isn't tough every single night. So we're a little inexperienced, but the thing with our group is they did a good job of practicing hard, trying to get better, preparing the same way we always prepare for things. And you know, this league is so tough. So hopefully we keep getting better. You know, we seem like to take 2 steps forward, a couple steps back. You know, we've kind of been doing that a little bit. We played a great game against Wapsie Valley the night I was watching from my living room. But you know, I think that's what we're capable of, that type of game. And now it's kind of trying to get that done over the course of a 32-minute game to finish them one off. So I know we'll get there. Our kids are working hard, and you know, hopefully we have a better game tonight than we did Tuesday night.
I know that just watching the games, Parker has really embraced that on the floor, being the leader, being the one to take over, being the one, being unafraid, and confident in doing what he needs to do to try to help the team succeed, and that's nice to see.
Told him that yesterday or Wednesday. I said it's amazing what a year makes.
Yeah.
You know, last year at this time he was still trying to figure it out a little bit, and then the big man came to life about middle of January, and we took off from there. And you know, and now he's trying to find a little bit of a new role because he's doing a lot more. But he's worked really hard at it to get himself ready to play. Has actually become a pretty good jump shooter to mix in his rebounding, his scoring at the rim. So his three-point shot will come. We've seen that in practice go down a little bit. So yeah, we've how many kids that rebound at that level of intensity around here? You know, he's shooting himself up the record board already, and he's got a long way to go yet.
He also has a little opportunity to play some point forward in some press break.
He is playing some point forward. You know, something that he actually did a little bit in junior high. So it's not totally foreign to him. Now playing the point guard position, calling plays, running plays for him is foreign. And we started doing that a little bit this week, and you'll keep seeing that as we go here. Just get the ball in his hands more, and allows Gage to play off the ball. And you know, Gage is really good off the ball. He had a great year last year for us in that position and played a great game Tuesday night. So hopefully we can keep expanding that and then get some other guys involved as well.
So when you look at, we can talk about, like, I guess let's go back to last year. Let's go back to the run to the state tournament that you had. We're going to talk about a state tournament team that we're going to honor here tonight with the 15-16 team. But you know, if anybody was putting a wager down that Jesup after the walk-on game was going to be going to the state tournament, it'd be like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly.
But those guys found a way to make their way to Des Moines and have really a dynamic year.
Yeah, it was, you know, we started the year slow. I think we were maybe 3-4 at Christmas, something along those lines. I had some really tough wins against some teams that didn't have the greatest record in the world at the time. Came after break, got a nice win at South Hardin over there, then kind of got our pushed in a little bit here against Grundy Center, and then played a great last 3 quarters and went to Ackley on that Friday night, and we couldn't have been any worse. Found a way to win, and I remember thinking to myself, boy, I don't know if we got what it takes here. But then from that point on, our leadership really took off with Ryan and Landon and Paxton and Nick. And the group really buckled down, and all of a sudden we became a pretty good basketball team. That last week, after looking back on it later on, we actually played pretty well. We didn't shoot the ball well. Sure. And I'll never forget when the pairings came out, Ryan Treptow walked in the gym with Vogel and saying, "We're going to the state tournament. I like our path." And that's sometimes just confidence. And not those teams weren't good; they were really good teams. But boy, we came together well, and Treptow's leadership was off the charts. Obviously, you have a guy like that can take you home. But the other guys did a great job. I mean, that was a total team deal there. Like it has to be every single year. We talked about the 15-16 team. Took a whole group to get there, and just like last year, we talked about your son today, Brendan Oshner. How he was in charge of Parker last year, and I told people that was going to be a huge loss for us not having Brendan, just in terms of pulling Parker along. And Brendan played a huge role along as your son Dan did on the scout team, which once again our scout team guys are so integral to our program, and that group had to do that as a whole, 1 through 16 last year to get that done, and they did.
Earlier we mentioned the talent that we've got coming up in the girls. I went to the game last night, and some really good middle school girls, and you got to have players that are there in practice so that they make the starters better. I saw all-district player Carson Lenow here from a few years back, and my son Camden's here. And that's what Camden did every day in practice. Was to try to make Carson, here's Carson walking in now, a better player and to turn him into a better player, and you got to have depth. Just like every other sport, you've got to have somebody to practice against that can make you better.
We use the example all the time of that 15-16 team, which we'll see here in between games, and those guys really bought into the scout team process, and they played huge roles. And you're right, it takes a whole group, especially at our size of school. You got to have a whole group to get it done. And we've had really good players here, obviously. We've also had a bunch of really good kids that want to be part of a good basketball program, a good team, and that's allowed us to have great success here.
Well, I guess let's pull back and let's put your AD hat on here a little bit. And you look at the fall season, you look at the progress that Jesup football continues to have, and the success in cross country and volleyball, and you get into wrestling. It's a special time right now, but I think there's even more special times that are going to be coming up.
For sure, and every year, we as a coaching staff think, we're going to take a little step backwards maybe just in terms of success. And every year it seems like whatever sport it may be, we're competing, to either to go to the state tournament or send kids down to state or be in the mix. Even football this year, didn't have the greatest win-loss record, but they got into the playoffs, won some huge games to get to the playoffs. They've become a factor now every single year. Same with volleyball. Played a great regional final match at Beckman, but couldn't get it done. So it's just become a kind of a year-in, year-in thing out, and we've gotten great leadership every year from our seniors and boys and girls, and our coaching staff does a great job of continuing to get better every year.
What I think, I look back, and I've talked to my son a little bit about this too, of just reflections on, and Nardell, you can think of this too from your kids coming up, win or loss or whatever, the relationships that get built, the growth that people have. I think of the football team this year. First game at Dyke, you're like, oh my God, what is this? And then how they came together, how they support each other, and where they ended the season.
Beat an AP team to get in the playoffs. How small was that?
And where cross country evolved to, where volleyball and things like that. Just it's special to be in athletics, win or lose.
Exactly. That's what the first thing is we want to make sure kids have good experiences. That's number one. Like if they're not having good experiences, you're not going to be successful ever. So we really strive that here to do our best job. Doesn't always happen 100% of the time. No, that's part of being in athletics. But our coaches try to make it the best experience kids can. And I always tell our coaches in our basketball program, I want to get as many seniors or many kids to their senior as possible. That's the goal, so they can be part of it.
Well, and like Ardell was referencing, you talked about the middle school girls and middle school boys are going to start here after Christmas with a split season, and you look at your other rosters. How do you keep those rosters coming? And I know some kids will go wrestle and some won't, and some won't do anything. But just keeping kids involved.
That's something.
How do you keep doing that?
Our rec program has been awesome with that part of it, keeping kids invested. Our parents do a great job. Our head coaches are involved at the lower levels. I think that's critical. Mixing teams together, having the corresponding between a middle school and a high school, and even tonight bringing our 10-year team back. They'll be in the locker room with us here in a little bit, and I think things like that just are really cool about what we've done here the last 10, 12 years in athletics, that the connection between groups, connection between teams, and the connection between just sports has been off the charts.
Well, I appreciate you giving me the score since somebody isn't doing the sideboards tonight. But
he's a jack of all trades.
He made a choice. He made a choice, and that was the sacrifice of it. But we gave your cell phone number. We said call 3 o'clock if you're interested to do the sideboards. 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Sounds good. Makes sense.
That's when they get it.
So, the final thing before we hit the buzzer here, what was it like watching your own team on TV from home?
Total out-of-body experience. I was a lot calmer than I thought. I thought I'd be a total mess, and I really wasn't. Sat in my recliner, had the computer on, another high school game, had the Iowa State game on my computer, and our game on the big screen with my wife. I don't think I only yelled about twice, and they were just weird street things that we didn't do right. Not that Steve did a great job. They were just things we talked about that we didn't execute right. But it was an out-of-body experience, total out-of-body. Especially, I love coaching in that game against Marty.
Right.
So it sucked, but that's part of the deal.
Thing on that. Yeah.
You can feel good because they played.
Yes, they did.
Played their. I mean, they played hard.
And I knew they would because Steve does a great job. He's been my guy with me for a long time. So I have a total trust in our staff.
Well, Joe, thanks for stopping up, and we'll honor the game coming up here at halftime.
Sounds good, buddy. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's head coach Joe Smines and athletic director here at Jesup as we are back underway second half. And 29-9 is our score as we will I'll get a sense of our scoring here in just a little bit, but
we had Union take on the alternating possession. They got the ball to start the half, and then right away there was a turnover or a jump ball, which resulted in Jesup taking it. And that's where we're at now. We're back in that Union press, looking at that Union zone. Peyton down low with, again, that little hook. I see it. Yep. Not making space, not making the turn. Something to work on, right? Everybody's got something to work on.
Luke and I are just going to go home, and you're going to take it from here.
Well, I didn't realize the guy had a photographic memory back here.
Well, that's what he does. He can rattle off transmission parts and things like that.
That's photogenic.
Yeah.
Photogenic memory. I think
photogenic memory.
Yeah, that's what you're after.
Something like that.
Peyton Weber at the line got fouled on that shot.
She's got 1 of 2.
Nice rebound there from Shizzle. Rebounding drill. Emma Bowes puts it back.
Shizzle doing a great job defensively, getting some boards, struggling to get that ball to go through the hoop, but we'll see if that comes around for her here in the second half. You can tell she's a little frustrated. Oh, maybe she's just concerned about her hair. Emma was there to help her out.
We did have a foul there. I didn't catch who it was on.
So Emma Bowes led last half with a total of 8 points. I think I've got my scoring down somewhat.
That was real close to a carry.
Yeah, right off her toe. It's all right.
I think the ref on the far side, I saw him bring his hand up, and I think he let it go because he maybe saw that it was going to be going out of bounds
Might have
anyway.
A little half-court trap here. Not something we've seen much of. Oh, trying to make space with that off arm. That can be dangerous.
6:47 to go. Vogel almost took a little extra step. Stayed put.
Good pass.
Weber right side. Where do you go?
I don't hate, when Shizzle passed that in, I was like, Shizzle, you got nobody within 8 feet of you there. Knock that down. But, why shoot the 10-footer when you can get a 2-footer?
Yep.
Nice to see Knudsen checking in.
Zach, of course, the voice of Jesup Wrestling, I think, a little bit, right?
The voice, the main guy.
Well, he's on the team.
Yes.
And that's what matters. He's on the team. Nice entry pass from Dylan. There we
Weber
go.
away from the basket, finds it. She's at 10 total.
She's having a nice game. Honestly, it's pretty hard to believe anybody gives Zach a mic and just unleashes them to the public like that.
Well, that guy next to you allowed it to happen.
Don't look at me.
Again, not on Ardell. You'll find that Anthony rarely has his headphones in. Sometimes it's in and with purpose.
You'll find that
sometimes not.
99% of the stuff that goes wrong up here is 100% attributed to Anthony.
Emma with another bucket.
Emma, give her a total 11.
Also, I feel really good with Zach checking in. They do a great job on the wrestling. Him and Matt Gross.
They do a phenomenal job.
Really
Absolutely.
good.
I mean, you just got to wind up Gross and just let him go.
I don't know anything about wrestling, and I know a little bit more because I've listened to those guys talk about it a little bit.
You know, I did it a couple of years ago. I got up there with Levi Vogel, and I was a little concerned because I'm like, I know nothing about wrestling. I just teed him up. I teed him up questions from start to finish, and he nailed every one of them. It was awesome. I learned so much just sitting up there and conversing with him. As we see, who do we have at the line here?
That is Essling hits that first end, and DeVore will pull that rebound away and to bring Vogel. She's got, you know, what impresses me about Vogel, she just has that floor awareness. She knows where her teammates are, where she needs to be as that ball gets loose from her. And wide open opportunity for Union.
We've not seen that much tonight.
No.
Nice job by the Knights to
Sadler
get that
with
ball
5
and go
total.
with it. Nice feed.
Good look.
Good job.
That timing was spot on for Emma to be there when she needed to be. Give her 13 total.
We're back into this 2-3.
Outside shot.
Deep
that
three.
one. Wow, spot on. Excitement there.
A few more of those by Sadler, and we will come out of that 2-3. And actually, they hit a couple in the first half, and I guess I wasn't surprised to see him come back with it, but you know,
that's the shot that they've got to hit to make that thing pay. Right there, at kind of the elbow extended is the spot to hit.
Beautiful shot by Vogel there, also a 3.
Give her a total of 6, but they're really keying on inside, trying to cover Weber. And that gives the chance for those guards to do what they can do.
Yeah, if Dillon can find that range a little bit more. She's been off and on a little bit at the beginning of the season, but if she can find that range, man, that is going to be scary.
Get out there. Wow. Smith? Is that Smith?
Easton.
Oh, yeah. No. Eastling, sorry.
Yeah, they're starting to find that range now, and that's going to make us think twice about that 2-3 zone. Nice skip pass across the zone, tipped.
Stays here.
That touch by Union.
Very close. Pospisil did get a fingertip on that.
And leading scorer for Jesup, 13 total for Emma Bowes. Sadler off the bench for Union. Total of 8 leads the Knights.
Quick hands by Pospisil. Knocks that out of bounds. Jayhawks reset. Youngblood from the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Knights.
Yeah, I knew Union was going to gamble defensively, but Jesup again has stayed poised and a little more confident in there. And here will come Gengler.
She's going to replace Emma Bowes.
Take the position there at the wing on the defense. We'll see if we, looks like we're going to stay in that 2-3 look on the inbound play anyway.
Addie Pospisil back into the game.
Reagan Glenn leads Union.
Shooting.
Quite 8 points per game, but that outside shot, drop it in there.
Starting to find that 3-point shot.
Reese Anderson. Total of 6 for her. A little more pressure defensively and trying to take that ball away as Anderson. Shizzle's not going to allow it.
Good ball
Vogel.
movement.
Rim no good. Jay, a little smile on her face as she pushes that one back out. And Marley had the opening and tries to chase the board, and a whistle blown.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Marley coming around the back. I think she got
too much arm.
Yeah.
Too much arm trying to pick the pocket there.
You can go on one side or the other, but you can't hug them.
Not in basketball.
Peyton Brown, freshman, in for the Knights. And we've got Emma Bowes back in for Shizzle on our side of the court.
And we're working that 2-3 zone again. Look for the kick to the corner backside. Oh, they ran it, didn't reverse the ball. There it goes. We tried to jump in the lane there. Emma Bostrad.
Peyton pulled that in. Peyton Weber takes that the other way. She gets about 11 rebounds a game. Jaden finds Emma, and before she can think to jump, that ball's knocked away.
She was just about a half a heartbeat too late on that inside feed to
steal and run out. Yeah,
double dribble. Got a little excitement trying to move that ball down the floor.
Yeah, I thought she had Dillon streaking down the middle. Thought she was going to hit her, and a Union player stepped in front and had to rethink it. And double dribbled in the process.
Sophomore Chloe Sadler back in for the Knights. You know, this Knights team, they've got a lot of young gals on this team that by the time they're seniors, they could be all right. I mean, they're struggling right now. They're trying to get their feet under them, get things figured out. But another couple of years from here, you've got all these freshmen and sophomores that are going to be juniors and seniors, and see what they can do.
1:42 to go here, third quarter.
There's a good
push into
pass.
Weber, and she held her own. Held her own up against
yeah, I think it was Anderson.
Peterson, Haley Peterson.
Oh, it was Haley Peterson. Yep, you're right. Down there in the post and just too much to handle. Got caught too low.
Yeah, Union's gone relatively deep on their bench. I think they've gone total of 9 or 10 total that have been on the floor.
Smith in for the Knights, and Nearing in for the Jayhawks.
.111. Turn around off the bank board. Count that in for Union. I think that was Pospisil, Addie, who had that shot.
Yep. Here's that high post. Emma's got it aside. Yep, takes it to the bucket, gets fouled by Smith.
Ding on the arm. Under a minute. Third quarter.
Well, regardless of how this game turns out, I think it was a good halftime for the Union Knights. Coach Kraft obviously had a productive conversation with his team. They've done a better job on defense. They've, you know, it helps when you're knocking down the shots too, of course. But I think all around they've been much more productive on both sides of the court in the second half.
Free throws in.
Seems like some deep analysis, Luke. But you tend to play better when you're playing better. Right?
Yeah, right.
Did you say you tend to play better when you're playing better?
That's what I said.
Okay,
that might be a Baldwin.
That's
that's
a T-shirt.
I mean,
right there.
You're right. You're right.
When you're seeing the ball go through the hoop, it's easier to be better on defense. It's easier to be more aggressive.
Yep. It's kind of like the winning breeds winning.
That's exactly it.
And you will always win if you've got more points.
Well, as long as you're doing it right. If you're not doing it right, then you're not really winning.
I think the main question, Ardell, is this experience turning out like you wanted, or do we need to get a hold of somebody to get you refunded?
It's better than anyone could imagine, trust me.
Well, that's good, because I think your money's been spent.
Yeah, I think it's been spent as well.
I'm telling you, and if it was spent on the Jesup High production of The Little Mermaid,
oh yeah,
then it was money well spent. That if you haven't been in the auditorium yet, find a reason to go. That place is amazing.
Yeah, Ardell and I got the pleasure of and you had been through it before, but I had not yet had a tour through all the new edition that we've gotten up here, and holy smokes, man! I don't care what you're interested in at this point. If you're going to Jesup, you've got top-notch facilities across the board.
Yeah. Was excited to see a little bit better participation on some of that fine arts with the school play, school musical.
Yeah.
And I hope that it's a little bit of the old adage of if you build it, they'll come.
Yeah,
hopefully
absolutely.
we can get some more talent out there. And we've got the talent. We just got to get them interested and get them engaged. So
bigger numbers. We need numbers.
Numbers matter. Participation matters. There's a nice high-low from Haley down to Carmen.
Nuring had the shot up. She had the confidence to pull in there on that right block. 17.9 to play, third quarter. Jesup will again have a break here after tonight over the holidays. Be back on the 6th. Play over at Appleton. They've got a 3-game. Here's a road stretch for you. At AP, at Grundy, at Dyke New Hartford.
That's a tough stretch.
That's some tough teams. Yeah.
And the road trip itself is going to, that's a big one too. At the buzzer, 29-9 at half, 47-24 here at the end of the third quarter. And saw some light coming through for Union.
Yeah, they did a nice job. As I said, I think Coach Kraft must have had a good message at halftime. Of course, as Ardell said, you knock some shots down, that makes a big difference. You get a little confidence and things. String a few of those together, and all of a sudden you may not be back in the game, but at least the product you're putting on the floor looks much more respectable. And so that's the name of the game at this point. Just get better every time you come out. Like I said, this is predominantly freshman and sophomore, and you want to make a stride every time you put your feet on the floor, and I think they did that here in the second half.
Jesup outscored Union 18-15 in that quarter.
Yeah, Union's got to feel good about that quarter and how they perform there, and hopefully they can build that into some momentum. It's early in the season, you know. Coach Mines was talking about where the state tournament team last year was at this point. I was talking about it around the dinner table. They were not good.
No,
at this point.
Not at all.
And they found a way to scramble together. And the interesting thing is that there's a lot of parallels back to the team that went to the state tournament prior to them. 2 or 3 years before that. We played some really hard games, and we were not on top of our game early in the season.
No,
you can turn it around. I mean, it's early.
And sometimes it just takes a while for some teams to jive. You know, you can have all the talent in the world, but if the kids aren't playing together, then you're not going to get much done. Another
Weber, nice
entry
lead
pass.
from Emma.
Nice entry pass by Bose to Peyton Weber.
Unofficially 15 points for that senior.
She's had a really nice game tonight.
Yeah, she really has taken some big steps here throughout the year.
Another three ball by Anderson, man. They have
they found the range,
uncapped the lid.
Shizzle calling up a teammate. Hit it to Jaden, mid-circle.
Looking for that high post. Emma's got to work a little more there. There it is. Not finding it. They find it to Emma.
Nice.
There she goes
good
to the left. Yep.
Great decision by Emma.
Yep.
17 for her.
She's got that ability to look there, can make a pass, also can take it to the bucket off of that, or shoot the little shot. Nice spot for her to be in that offense.
Giving them a little bit of a distance around that arch. Even though Jesup has seen them make some shots, Shizzle comes in and pulls that down.
Solid box out by Shizzle. I love a kid that gets what God gave you, stick it into the person behind you, move them back, and grab that board.
That's what's happening right there as well. Down in the low post, we've got a pretty good battle.
Vogel back to Jaden.
Yeah,
and that is where Weber has been hanging out, and she knows.
Weber's
give
doing
it to her.
Exactly opposite of what I would want a kid to do, which is get your shoulders square and make that an easier shot. But she's making it, so
she's got
whatever.
That little baby hook working. The little baby hook's working tonight. And honestly, if Smith has been guarding her here lately. If you allow her to get that far into the paint and allow her to catch there, it's a bucket, and it might be a bonus afterwards. You got to find a way to deny that ball down there, because she's just too much to handle tonight for the Union Knights.
Yeah, drop somebody down in front. I mean, they're running that zone. Whoever's on the perimeter, that's got to drop down. Put one front back.
Or the middle's got to come around in front and then look for that wing player on the backside to steal a lob over the top. Got to do something, because she catches down there, it's over.
Right.
Weber really holding it defensively underneath as well.
Good D.
Not looking. It's a struggle for them offensively, Union, to get a shot up, and that was forced up by Engel.
There it is again, right?
Go left.
Down there, take a couple. Yeah, that's money.
There you go. 14 total is what we're estimating right now.
What's Peyton's personal record.
I don't know what her high score is.
High score, whatever we call it.
Boy, we'd have to consult some professionals. Or your phone.
He's got to think of who's he going to get a hold of.
I have all
You've got
sorts
somebody.
of sources.
55-27, and Weber drops another one in. 16 total. And a timeout is wanted as we'll see mass substitutions on the Jesup side. As we'll see a different, younger Weber come in.
There you go.
There we go. We talked about her previously.
Jada Weber, Lizzie DeVore, Gangler in, along with Nuring and Ella DeVore. Close out this, get a solid 5 minutes for this team to play together.
And those are really good athletes on the floor for Jesup. Not just in basketball, but we got multi-sport athletes there that do a nice job in a number of different areas. There you go, Nuring. She says, hey, I learned that from Peyton Weber.
Give it to me on the right block and let me go to work. See how this defense deals with this.
Well, these girls got plenty of minutes here in the JV game that they, I think it unfortunately came right down to the wire. Lost by 3, but you have to say there's some girls that come out of those JV games that are getting ready for the varsity games. So they kind of deplete that roster. When you look at that, it's just really JV. You're getting your reps in.
Yeah. So my source tells me that with 95% confidence, 19 earlier this year.
Okay.
And
is it that person's birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
Won't name names, but
okay.
yes.
No,
somebody's birthday.
Not
by
to
chance.
name any names.
Okay.
She's at 15 right now. Is that correct? 15?
I have her
15 or
16.
16.
Unofficially, of course.
Well, that's all we have is unofficial.
And give that one to Lizzie DeVore.
Why'd
She
you
comes
look at
up.
me like that, Anthony?
If this was official, that'd have to be elsewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, what do the
check
sideboards say?
Foiled again.
Foiled again.
Oh!
Oh.
Can't do
go.
that twice.
Don't see that. Oh, and the ref showing some hops there.
He's got to feel good about himself a little bit.
I will never not laugh at a wedged basketball.
Yeah,
there's something
play.
Funny about that every time.
It's a great play in this very gymnasium when the kids were younger and they play, J-League basketball. They were playing on 9-foot hoops at that point, and I was reffing one of those games. It's parent ref, and somebody crotches a basketball like that, and us two refs looks at each other and go, so is somebody going to jump up and get that and miss it?
Just give me another
make
ball.
A complete clown of yourself?
Not me.
Give me another ball.
Give me another ball, because I am not doing that in a gym full of parents.
Ella DeVore tried to force it into the middle there. Just nothing doing. We had a triple team.
Here's
there
a
you
run
go. Nice job getting that ball
so
back.
amateur statistician Zach Knutson says 19 at Columbus is what Weber had.
Thanks, sir.
I assume that's what he's talking about.
Great.
Jesup will have the inbound. Ella DeVore, junior, and we'll see a substitution with Lena DeVore come in.
Could also be how many blue pops he's put away this evening.
That could be 19. At Columbus, even.
Hey, there you go. Nice shot by Jada Weber.
Nicole's getting a double feature tonight.
That's a good birthday present
there
for
you
her.
go. That's what you could ask for.
But if you could maybe combine the points tonight for both daughters, totaling 45.
Just a random
number.
That would be one to just.
That could come up. And see if you could total that. It would be spot on.
I get you.
Appreciate our statistician coming in.
Love you too, Zach.
Yeah, he loves all of us. He thinks we're number one. Twice. 2 minutes to go.
Hit it again.
Jada wants another one.
Yep, a little off to the left.
Haley
a strong shot.
Get a board down over there. Like to see that.
And we're going to see some new Jayhawks here. We've got McIntosh. Who else? Ardell, you read them off.
Well, we've got Chloe Hamilton as well checking in, 34 in the middle. And, yeah, like you mentioned, Olivia McIntosh, 23 over there on the bottom of the zone on the left side.
And 13, I don't know who that is.
We don't have 13. You got her up there?
I don't.
And we got McIntosh, he said there.
Yep.
Well,
shot
we
inside.
Apologize
no good
to
for
the
Bailey
parents,
Brown.
grandparents, friends, others of number 13. We do not have her on the list here, and as I said before, we're old and our kids are gone, and
electronics are hard to run.
Just don't know who this gal is, but we're happy to have her on the court. Darn it,
she's getting some prime time.
Yep.
Last 49 seconds. Always good to get those students out there.
Oh, you know what? Is that CC mention?
There you go. CC mention.
That is.
Yeah, okay.
The younger one. That's not CC. It's younger sister.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I think we've got it at mention. We'll leave it at that just so we don't upset the sisters there, but
good pull.
24 seconds to go. All players really doing what they need to do. Last 15 seconds, Union.
It's a good entry pass and move. Just got to find the bucket. Use the glass.
Deep shot. Last 6 seconds, Jesup with DeVore now, and that will be it. Final score, 65-32.
Eden Menching.
You got that down. So everybody getting some time tonight in the varsity game. Again, Union losing tonight 65-32. Jesup will go to 6-2 overall, 5-1 in conference play. Union 3-5 overall, 2-4 in conference play. Any final anecdotes, thoughts, smart remarks from either of you?
No, obviously a really good game in the paint for Peyton Weber. We've started to find some range there from Jaden. We were looking for that. We talked about that early, that we were hoping they would find some range. And Dylan even got 1 or 2 up there, which I think is a big positive. It could be really dangerous as we head into the Christmas break and try to turn the corner and get ready for the sprint at the second half of the season here. Luke?
Hey, you know what? You nailed it between the two of you. The only thing I would add is I've been watching these games at home, and it truly pained me to watch them, and these girls and the boys up next not
you
have
guys
got
to close it out because I got to go read a PA
thing.
thing.
Do your thing. So I was going to say it really truly did pain me to watch them and them not having a voice up here, and I don't mean that like my voice or Nate's voice, just somebody calling the game. So I'm thrilled to be up here and be able to call it again. I'm happy to have you up here, Ardell.
It's a pleasure to be here.
To roll along with us. And as Nate said previously, who knows, maybe we'll do a few more of these this year. But as you mentioned, volunteers are where it's at. I don't care what size your community or your school is. Things don't happen without volunteers. So I can think of a couple of people in this community that would be pretty good at this. And I know you can as well, Ardell. So maybe we can twist some arms. But
yep, looks like we're going to be ready to go here for Nate to be reading off and honoring the team that's coming out from our state tournament appearance, making their way onto the court.
This is the 2014 15-16.
I can recognize the players, coaches, managers, and families of the 2015-2016 Jesup boys basketball team as they celebrate the 10-year reunion of their historic season. The Jayhawk boys came into that season with a high expectation after successful previous 2 seasons and a preseason ranking. Jesup started the season by winning at Wapsie Valley, but lost Kyle Schultz early in the first quarter to a torn ACL. The team went on to win 14 of their first 15 games. The Jayhawks finished the regular season at 18-3 with 2 of those losses to 2A state qualifier Dyke New Hartford. Jesup had decisive wins over Don Bosco, AP, Hudson, and Sumner Fred. Jayhawks started the postseason with dominating wins over Key High, Edgewood, Colesburg, both at home, and it was on to the district final against Alburnett. In a hard-fought game, Jesup came out on top, 51-49. Number one team in Class 1A was upset by Janesville in the other district final that night, so Jesup matched up with Janesville in the sub-state final at UNI in the McLeod Center. The Jayhawks and the Wildcats went back and forth with most of the game. Jesup received significant contributions from all 5 starters: Ethan Wyant, Kyle DeBerg, Drew Schmidt, Tyler Lenow, and Rodney Selesky, along with conference's best 6th and 7th men, Alex Buck McCombs and Tyler Brown. Jesup made huge free throws in the 4th quarter by Wyant, Selesky, and Schmidt, and got big defensive rebounds by Lenow and DeBerg to pull away and win 56-52. This was the school's first trip to the state tournament since the 98-99 season and the 4th time in school history. A considerable part of the team's success was the scout team throughout that whole season, group of Alex Boland, Stephen Hoey, Ben Hummel, Kyle Oline, Garrett Richter, Joey Youngblood, and Hans Renchie. They were unbelievable and laid out the foundation for the scout team for seasons to come. At the state tournament, the team faced conference rival Gladbrook Rhinebeck. Jayhawks led at halftime, but a hot-shooting Rebel squad was too much, and they ended the season with a loss 67-48 in Des Moines. Let's recognize these players, coaches, and managers from that special season. We ask you to wave to the crowd when you hear your name. Senior Alex Boland, Tyler Brown, unable to attend tonight. Rodney Selesky, he was 2nd team all-conference and currently 10th all-time in career rebounding, and forever nicknamed the Garbage Man by Luke Baldwin. Kyle DeBerg, honorable mention all-conference. Stephen Hoey, Alex McCombs, and Kyle Schultz. The juniors that year were Ben Hubble, Tyler Lenow, 1st team all-conference and all sub-state. He is 10th all-time in career assists, 6th in career steals, 3rd and 10th in single-season steals. Kyle Oline was on that roster along with Hans Renchie, Garrett Richter, Drew Schmidt, who was 2nd team all-conference and currently sits 2nd all-time in career threes with 163, and 3rd all-time in single-season threes with 63. Ethan Wyatt, 1st team all-conference, all sub-state, and 2nd team all-state. Currently sits 3rd all-time in career scoring with 1,406 points, 4th and 9th in single-season scoring, and 6th in career assists. And also the single sophomore in that team was Joey Youngblood. Managers that year, Carson Atkins and Taylor Donnelly, and the assistant coaches Nick Donnelly, Steve Schmidt, and head coach Joe Smides. We'd also like to recognize the parents, the siblings, significant others, and yes, children of these players. Family members, please rise so you can applaud for your support of Jayhawk basketball. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give credits, strong credit to the history of Jesup Jayhawk basketball, the 2015-2016 state tournament basketball team.